So, in this economy, what's the best strategy for trying to buy a house? If you're not currently a homeowner and you're renting, you might be thinking, well, I can never afford a house, I can never buy a house, I'm always going to be a renter, throw my money away, all that kind of stuff. The strategy and the philosophy that sometimes people will think about that we've always talked about here on this channel is buy the cheapest house you can stand. What does that mean? In every area of the country, there are homes that would have a mortgage less than your current rent. And it may not be your dream house. It may not be, what the final place you're going to live is, but it's probably better than your apartment. And you own the home, and your money's going to your mortgage, not to your rent. As an example, you can see on this Zillow search, I plugged in search criteria of up to 150,000. Home type is only houses, no mobile homes, no land. And I also put in minimum 1 acre lot. So all these houses, all these red dots, this happens to be North Florida, Georgia, Alabama. All these dots are houses, right? Here's a house right here, 117,000, 32,000 square feet. It's a regular house. It's in Georgia. There's houses in North Florida, all over the place. There's houses in almost every state. If you zoom out, every state has red dots for houses that are, there's Illinois, 150,000, 2,800 square feet, 2-story house, 150 grand on an acre, right? So here's the thing. This particular house may not be the one you want. This particular house may not be what you're looking for. However, there are homes in every part of the country that would have a mortgage payment less than your current rent. Your video will be back in 8 seconds. In the meantime, remember, you have access to live one-on-one consultation, undivided attention of a licensed certified expert in this subject and many others. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions and give you expert advisement of your options. We want to tell you what we know about your situation and what options you have. Now back to your video. And even if you live there for a year or 2 or 3 and decide, I don't like it, I want to get something different, at least now your money has gone to your mortgage, paying down your debt, not just throwing it away to a landlord. And you're also now in the homeownership realm, which means that if the house appreciates in value, you can resell it and put that money towards another property. You can also start to have pride of ownership in your house, start to accumulate equity, start to accumulate resources where you're not moving every couple years when your landlord jacks up the rent, which is the big benefit. You get a mortgage on a house, whatever the mortgage is, whatever the payment is, stays the same. It doesn't go up. Mortgage company can't increase your rent, can't increase your payment like the landlord can. They can't decide, I don't want to rent it to you anymore. They can't evict you just because they want to sell the house or any other reason. Look, I get it that maybe you had a different version of a house than what is affordable. However, getting into the homeownership game may start out with something that's more simple. And there's houses in every state, every part of the country that you can get into for, $1,200 to $1,600 a month for a mortgage payment, which is probably less than your rent. And you own the house. Down payment can be small. It could be smaller than first payment, last, and security you had to come up with for your apartment. There's different types of FHA loans, 2%, 3% loans that you can get for most scenarios. Just food for thought. Think about that strategy. Buy the cheapest house you can stand. Don't buy the biggest house you can afford. Buy the cheapest house you can stand. Get you into the conveyor belt of owning homes, and if you decide later you want to buy a different house, maybe you keep this one and rent it out, make money. Maybe you sell it, take the equity, put it into the next house. Who knows? Let us know what you think in the comments, or are we barking up the wrong tree? Thank you for watching. Remember, you can access live one-on-one personal consultations with a licensed private investigator, a licensed commercial insurance broker, licensed certified real estate title examiner, Also, a certified civil court mediator. So if you have a need to talk to an expert in any of these fields, or even a licensed building general contractor, you can click the link below, actualhuman.com, and arrange a live, one-on-one, undivided attention with a licensed expert where you can ask any questions, get information about your situation, and we'd be glad to help.